Hello YouTube, welcome to the dojo. You're here with Samurai Man, and today we have the Transformers Age of Extinction Deluxe Class Strafe. And wow, have I been excited to review this guy. I've been waiting since reviewing the Evasion Mode Optimus Prime since I first got onto the Age of Extinction line to review this guy. And I want to do it in a very specific order because I want to do everything in order. So, to keep it all organized. So I've been really just keeping it together until I can get to this guy. Yes, him and Slash I've been really wanting to review. So now here we are, and let's get down to business. This guy is really cool. As you can see, he's a two-headed, two-tailed Pteranodon. Like I said in my Grimlock review, they did take a lot of creative liberties when they decided on the dinosaurs, because dinosaurs don't quite have two heads. To my knowledge, no average animal has two heads. I know there's rare cases where twin births and such, they might have not two heads, but I mean, basically they have two heads, but it's like two separate people. It's more like two people, one body, more than one body, two heads. But yeah, maybe that's the case. Maybe this is two pteranodons that, when they were protoforms being born, they had one body only. I don't know. Rack and Ruin style? I don't know, maybe. But anyways, very cool. Very much think this is an awesome figure. Look at that wingspan. I can't even get it in full view. Let me zoom out so you can see it. Yeah, that is a very long wingspan. It is longer than my hand. And I have big hands, just so you guys know. I have really big hands, so yeah, let me get something to compare that with. So his wingspan is longer than Grimlock's whole body is. So yes, this is a crazy awesome wingspan for a flying type creature. Over the color scheme, we do have like a very, very light silvery blue that really nicely fades into a darker blue as it goes, and that's really nicely done. I do like the way they did the spray on that. He's also got the black to break it up, which looks really cool. It's all jaggedy out, just like that same color scheme we've been seeing, or design, with all the other figures. Two beautiful Autobot logos right here in black. I think the black really works well with the silver for the Autobot logos. I do like that. Very nice symmetry right there. They have the claws sticking out, which is very cool. I like the silver claws. In the face, he does have, again, that same kind of tealish, very, very silvery teal blue going along the beaks. I like that very much. He's got that on the torso of the robot mode also. Again, very well done together. And that's basically the color scheme. So it is basically one color, maybe three or four colors. So we've got the silver on the hands, we'll call that one. We've got this tealy silver, which is a different one. We've got blue, and we've got black. So that's four colors. And altogether, that works so well. It's not very many colors, but he rocks it so perfect. One major thing I really want to point out with this guy, I'm not sure if I've seen it yet with any other figures. I haven't really been looking for them, but I did see it on this guy, which is really cool. He does have a peg hole at the bottom here of the waist. So what you can do is, if you have one of these stages from various Japanese figures, I think I got this one from like an Excel World figure. So you just take it and you just peg it in, and it's very secure. And now you can have him look like he's flying. That's so cool. If you want to have him on yourself, oops, let me just get a center of balance. That's awesome. He is off the ground. He is taking flight. You can pose your other Dinobots here, or where my hands are, obviously, and it looks like he's flying above them. Awesome. I'm really glad they included that peg hole. I really hope they keep doing that, because that's perfect. He so needed that. Or maybe he's just falling with style. I'm not too sure. As you can see, there is a lot of robot in this Pterodon mode. The arms are not hidden well at all. You can see them perfectly right here. I mean, when you have them like this, you can't really see them. Usually if I have them like standing or something like this, you can't really tell the arms are there or anything, just because he's hunched over. But yeah, they're totally there. The head is totally right here. There is a giant gap in the forearms. Perfectly good crevice for these hands to just perfectly fold in. But they did not add a hinge or anything, so the hands just stand there out and that's unfortunate. That's all. It was such an easy fix that they just missed, so that sucks. But I still don't let that take away from this overall great figure because it is really awesome. He does come with some accessories that you can't actually store on him. So he has this big old plug in his back right there with his awesome crossbow, which is actually part of the concept art. So I did like that they did take the concept art and put it to use for the toys. Even if, well, maybe he did use it in the movie. I don't remember because they gave him like no screen time. They gave like none of the Dinobot screen time. But anyways, crossbow you could put right there. Swords. He does come with these really cool swords, actually. I didn't know he was coming with swords at first, so when I got him, I was like, that's really cool. No, he's got like all these pegs. I'm just looking for which one would look best. Here, this one. There we go. This one's like this peg hole is octagonal, so kind of just got to work with it. There we go. There we go. So I put it with the tealish silver facing outward so it matches a little better. Actually, I should have flipped it around, but whatever. Because I think, yeah, it doesn't matter. You get the idea. So, storage. Again, octagonal holes. Awkward. So there you go. And he's all storage up. You gotta add a little more dimension to his wings if you want with the swords. Crossbow's right there, good to go. It is just a push projectile. But as you can see, it goes pretty well. Better than that Bumblebee one I had. So, nice. And I do like the look of it. It looks like a little bat, actually. If you like take it off. I didn't realize that until the missile's gone. But it does kind of look like a bat. Or like that laser beak from Prime. Just laser beak, laser. In the movie, he did pick up Bumblebee. And I guess that doesn't look too bad. It does look like you can pick him up. But he would be significantly bigger in doing so. Like, in the movie, he grabbed him by each shoulder. But like, very firmly. So this wouldn't exactly work. But if you want to have them like this on a shelf, or when the new 2014 Camaro concept comes out, that would probably look a lot better. But still, very nicely done, well together. So to transform this guy, we'll just start by folding down the legs, or at the thighs. And we're going to unfold the knees and rotate the thighs around. And then peg in the bottom of the Pteranodon foot. It does actually peg in. And that's done. Do it at both sides. There you go. And that does add more range of movement for the knee just because of how it was before. So legs are done. For the arms, just want to unpeg them. They are pegged in very nicely into the wings, so you don't have to worry about that. Get them out of there. Bring them down. I'm going to unfold them just to get them looking nice. Wings, all I do is just fold up the wings, bring them around, make like a cape, like in Transformers Animated. I did like that animated swoop because he did get that cape look going. Then what we're going to do is just fold up the head. Let's just pull it up. Actually, first what we're going to do is bring down the neck of the Pteranodon. Bring them down at each side. There you go. Fold them up nicely. Then you can bring out the head. There we go. Had to unlock the head. In the instructions, it says to open the mouths just so you can get a better look at all the detail inside. I think it looks better when they're closed, so I'm going to go ahead and leave them closed. You kind of just need to find a good spot that you think looks best. There's no real like location because the heads don't peg into the chest anywhere. So it's really just up to you. Where do you think they look best? I just kind of let them sit wherever. There's nowhere in particular. I mean, I kind of just let that inner blue show, so that works. So now he's done. He's transformed. Again, he is a pretty basic transformation, but it's fine. I don't mind it. The rest of him is just so awesome. I don't mind the basic transformation. Again, you can just take out these swords. Let's get them out. And if you want to have his wings expanded, you can do that too. It's however you think he looks best. But the official way is just to have him folded up into a wing style. I mean, sorry, a cape style. Tail just kind of sits here. I mean, nothing you can do about it. If you want to put it through this gap in the back, you can, just to get him out of the way. But, I mean, it's not a big deal. There we go. So now I got these swords free. This reminded me of an anime. Anyways, peg in the swords. Trying to find where the front of the swords are. There you go. And the other sword. Now, unfortunately, due to this guy's articulation, the sword posing is a tad limited. Because, again, he has the gorilla arms. So nothing really with the wrist. So it is kind of hard to find a good pose. Look at his hands. It's kind of hard to find a good pose with the sword, other than just having him up. I kind of like crossing them or something, but again, I can't cross them or something. Like, it's impossible. Like, they can kind of cross there really low, but yeah, grill arms. That's not a good one, Hasbro. Don't do grill arms anymore, please. Please. Or if you want the crossbow, we have the crossbow. Again, swords and crossbow are accurate to the concept art of the movie. Oops, and there it goes. And he looks awesome when I was holding. You look at that concept art. He looks like a badass holding this crossbow. Yeah, trying to fiddle it. Yeah, I see. It's hard to like get him to hold that crossbow properly with this weird arms. But there he is. So, very nice. There's his weapon. Taking a look at that hip sculpt, it does look really awesome. I like the gap in the mouth plate, I guess. But, whatever. I like it. I like how the eyes are a visor, but they're not just a straight visor. They do make like a V shape. That looks really cool. I like the little spike at the head. That's kind of reminiscent of the G1 swoop, just because he had like the back part of the pterodactyl head sticking out. So very nicely done. You can also see just the pterodactyl heads here. They look very cool as well. Painted in eyes and everything. Very glorious. Love this guy. Love the chest. Love the heads. All three of them. Love it. And then in the concept art, he also did have 2 robot heads. Glad they decided not to go with that. That would just look awkward, honestly. I think it would just look really weird. Again, it'd be like Rack and Ruin, but I think it would just look weird on this guy. I don't think it would work. Rack and Ruin, it works. This guy, I don't see that working. And here I have him with his wave mate Slash. I know a lot of people were kind of on the fence with Slash just because of the color scheme, mostly. I think that was really the big reason, because, I mean, his robot mode looks freaking awesome. His dinosaur mode looks freaking awesome, so I think it was really just the fact that was he going to be in the movie or not, that was going to be the issue, just because we hadn't really seen it. We haven't really seen anything with him in the trailers. And it's unfortunate to say he did not make it to the movie, so that sucks. They did have some really cool concept art with him if you look at it. And I'll go over that more in his video, but there you go. Here he is. Here they are together. They went with the lighter, I guess, softer colors for this wave, whereas in the first wave it was really like popping, red, just fiery red, purple, intense purple. Now we got the soothing teal and blue, so interesting. And same with Drift. Drift was like almost the same blue as him, so interesting how to see how those waves went out. So get this guy back into his Pteranodon mode. We're just going to fold out the wings just to start with, just to get them out of the way. And again, that looks awesome. And we'll fold in the head. We'll bring up the Pteranodon's heads on their hinges. Do it on both of the heads, obviously. You kind of want to keep them same. They do just peg in when you bend the heads back, so that's nice. They're not just like flopping around. And then we'll go ahead and bring out the arms. Make sure this shoulder pad is facing this direction, because before I started this review, I had it facing like this. And then I couldn't get this kind of movement with the wing, and I was like, why is this side doing this? Not. And I looked at them, and this one was like this, and this one was like this, and I was like, there it is. So just make sure to do like that, give you more motion in the pterodactyl mode. Pterodactyl. What's the difference between a pterodon and a pterodactyl? I'd like to know. I don't know. Why is it all of a sudden pterodon? I remember Power Rangers. I remember Mighty Morphin. Pterodactyl! Mastodon! Same thing. Mastodon instead of mammoth. Mastodon sounds cool, but, I mean, mammoth, I think, is just the more standard name for it. But anyways, that's not important. Fold out the feet, knees, rotate the thigh. There we go. Oops, pop it off of that peg. Bring it around. Done. And I think we're done. Is that it? Yeah, that's done. That's done. That's it. Tail doesn't do anything. So it's pretty much just, like, again, angle the wings how you want them. It's up to you. I kind of just like have them touch right there. I have the meat, and then I consider that done. And then I kind of have the wings, like, as you can see, there's a gap here if you have them extend all the way. So I try to have it, like, hide that gap a little. And that's how I do my strafe. I was about to call him swoop. I don't get why they call him strafe. Anyways, if anyone has an answer for that, I'd like to know. I thought Michael Bay wanted to keep it G1. That's why he went with all G1 characters. But, well, that's not true, because Lockdown's not G1 either. As far as I know, I thought he started an animated. So yeah, weird. Because I know people are like, oh, he called him Hound because Bulkhead wasn't a G1 character and he wanted to stick strictly G1. And at first I was like, okay, that makes sense. But now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wait a minute. Why didn't they just call him Swoop then? Why that Swoop is G1. This guy's not. Strafe isn't offensive. Slag is offensive. So they had to change the slug. Strafe isn't offensive. Or Swoop isn't offensive. So why'd they do that? Lockdown, he's not G1. He makes sense for this. He kind of makes sense for this movie, I guess. I feel like they could have used a lot of different characters, but I guess he makes sense. But still, like, they didn't have to use Lockdown. They could have used anybody, really, and they decided to go with a fresher character. So weird. I don't know. That's a whole nother conversation altogether. But anyways, yeah, this guy is awesome. I highly recommend getting him. If you're on the fence about the Dinobots, I don't know why you would be. I mean, maybe you're crazy, but this guy is cool. But anyways, guys, don't forget to follow me on Tumblr at Mecation. And also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Mechas of Ironheart. I just post tons of pictures of figures I'm planning on getting, figures I just got in the mail, figures I just have that I want to take pictures of, posing my figures, editing pictures of my figures to make them look more cool. So if you want to keep up with me, go to those blogs, and I update them. I try to keep them updated regularly. Also, just like conventions I go to and stuff, I put pictures of those. Anything related to the things that I like, go there, you'll see it. Awesome. You'll know what's coming up for my videos and such, so I suggest it. And also, guys, don't forget, have a great day.